What's good, everyone? How you doing today? How's your day? How's your day? How's your day? Is it a blessed day? It is. Why? Because we're alive. We're
Exactly.
breathing, so it's another day. It might not be the greatest life, but it's the life you have, the life you live, the life you need. And if you're alive and breathing, it's another day to be blessed and another day to be thankful.
Hey,
Whether you
as long
believe
as
in
you're
it,
alive, you can make something happen.
it's never too late to change. I'm poetic.
And I'm Mr. M2J, and welcome to the Latinos Unfiltered today, guys. Today is March 14.
Facts.
And this is
So,
episode what? 22? I think it's 22?
3.
23? 23. Episode 23. 23 episodes down.
We were speaking earlier about some dating stuff, and we both have some topics we're going to go on. We're going to start with you first. Go ahead and ask your questions. We're going to go ahead and
You know
read
what I'm
in.
saying? Dating is a very, very intricate thing, to be honest with you. So, we're just going to talk about dating in our point of view, like we always do, talk about the topics that we bring into this podcast. So one of the topics for today is about the art of flirting. Is it a natural talent or a skill that can be learned? Maybe it's just about knowing when to use the winky face emoji.
Is it?
I personally think that that's a natural skill. You can improve on your flirting skills,
Give me 1 second.
but I think
Go ahead, continue.
that is this guy right here. How rude! How rude! Nah, but yeah, I think that's a natural talent. It can be developed and made better, but I don't think. I mean, if you're not born with it, I mean, this is like everything. Some people is born with talent. Some people are not. Maybe your talent lies somewhere else. But just like everything else, I think that is a skill that you are born with that can be improved with time. But if you're not born with it, you can try as hard as you can, but I don't think you can just develop flirting.
I think everyone can flirt. Everyone's born naturally. As you grow up, everyone's able to flirt. Having game is a different thing.
Well,
Game is
but
game is
but that's the
something
thing
that's
about
kind
it.
of
It now they changed the name of it because flirting is game because that's how we used to impress females. The art of flirting is just like the right type of compliment at the right time. Learning how to like read the room. You see what I'm saying? Like if you see her kind of preoccupied about something, flirting is not always had to be something in the you looking fine or something like that. So flirting varies, and that's why I say that it's a skill that have to be born with. It's not something that you can just learn because
no. I mean, you gotta when you're born, you don't know what that is. So as you get older, you see your family doing stuff, and you pick up from family or friends or things. And
yeah, but
you do learn
there's a
it.
difference between picking. No, not really, because
You learn it. It just depends on whether you're smooth or you're not with.
well, if you're not smooth with it, then you're not born with it because you can try to imitate it or replicate it, but it's not gonna come out the way
Yeah.
you want
So
to.
you
So
do technically
therefore,
learn it. You just
okay, but it's
to be good or not at it.
I would not say so much as learn it, but just have it awaken. If you catch what I'm trying to say,
No. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
because
once you start liking men or female, you gotta
exactly
kind of like
because I mean being
awaken the
tactful,
beast. You feel me?
yeah, because being tactful in some situations is a type of flirting. You know what I'm saying? You're just doing it in a way that she understands that you care.
Or he.
You know, uh, he
Well,
or she or
a
whatever.
girl can get game too. Can a girl can hit on a dude?
Nowadays, I guess. And I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, girls were not flirtatious back then either. They were, but the flirting nowadays and the flirting back when is two different things. That's why I said the name changed from flirting into you got game.
So
Because
nowadays it's
what
rigged.
and why I said now why transition, because now flirting was with a purpose of having that girl be your girl, and now game is just because you're trying to play somebody instead of getting played. That's why they call it a game.
I disagree.
I don't know, bro. No.
I disagree. Game ain't flirting game riz is the same thing. It's just if you got that skill to pick up that person, if you got that riz, you got that like
Yeah, but
you can walk with that girl
it
and
was with a different
get that
intention.
game.
That and that's why I said that he evolved. But he evolved to, I don't know, because I mean, especially I see it in my line of work. I see it a lot. You know how this upcoming generation usually deals with
He said
trying to trying to
he said back in my
risk.
day we used to court
It's,
people.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? The way they talk to the opposite gender or to whoever they're trying to impress is just for the ultimate purpose of like, can I have a smash? Back then it was, yeah, I like the girl, and but it was like I want to make her mine type of thing. Not in the
I mean,
sense that
people
you just
wanted to
want to.
smash back then. They just were
Yeah,
very
I mean they
subtle
did,
about
but it was not something that it was like
it. It
that
was
that
subtle.
that
It was very subtle.
yeah, and not so much subtle. Like there was a purpose. Like you just didn't want to be smashing girls like that either. You know what I'm saying? Like they,
I don't know. Guys are dogs regardless. Guys and
no,
girls.
no,
If
no,
you want
no.
to smash, you gonna smash.
I'm not saying that's natural for guys to like multiple women. That's just a natural thing, just because we are men. But for the most part, it was not to like catch and throw kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? Nowadays, it's like a sport. You just catch and release. So I smash that one, I let her go. I smash the other one, I let
I
her
see what
go.
you mean. I see
So
what you mean.
basically, the game that's basically the game now, and that's why when we talk about now girls got game, it's just because girls want to do the same thing as guys. You saying they want to be able to smash or lay with as many guys as they want to.
I wouldn't say all.
Yeah, not all, but a lot. I'm not going to say the majority either, but a lot of women out there also try to play that. I don't want to hear them in the comments talk
He
about
said
you being
people flirted back
misogynist.
then, and they didn't want to smash. They wanted to smash them too. They were just more
Yeah,
subtle
but
about it.
I mean,
They're just more subtle. There is parts when you
There,
enter
there was
any
a
of
little.
his.
I think there was a lot more structure. You did not try to talk to a girl to try to talk to another girl at the same time. Now it's like, how many girls can I talk in one night type of thing.
I mean, I semi agree. I feel like even back then, dudes, 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s, people smashing and smashing. People still wanted to hook up if you found someone you liked. But I mean, there was dogs back then too. It's just it was more hidden then. It was more like, hey, let's get to know each other. It was more work that you put in, and then maybe eventually get there. Versus now, it's just like, let's just smash.
I don't know. I think females back then was a lot more desirable to stay with than to catch and release.
Yeah, no, no, no. I agree.
Um,
I agree. I agree.
but I digress from the original question about flirting. That's something that is a natural born talent that you develop after it awakens in you, because it's like everything. There's
Awaken the
guys that,
dragon.
I mean, there's guys, and I mean, I'm just talking from a guy's perspective. Y'all girls can let us know in the comments. But it's just the way that you learn how to like what they used to call silver tongue. You know what I'm saying? The way that you talk, the flow that you carry with you, you know what I'm saying, is what attracted the opposite sex to you. You
It's a
know,
dangerous thing.
the kind of flow that you carry, and then you used it to talk, and it was not just like, hey mama, you looking good, or like, hey, did it hurt from when you fell from heaven, those corny ass pickup lines type of thing. And I know that we all
You
have
did it,
used it as,
didn't you? You
you know what
did
I'm saying,
it.
like, so we all did it, but
Not me. Not
stop
me.
lying.
No, no, no. I'm gonna tell you right now,
Never.
bro. I
You
never
never
had
use,
cheesy
I'm
things like
sorry,
that.
you tell me that you never use a corny pickup line.
Nah, bro. Not like that. Not one of those.
Okay, but that was an example. I'm just saying, like a corny pickup line. You
I don't
never
think I
use a corny
have on
pickup
some
line.
real. I don't find the need to use a pickup line. Like I'm gonna tell you what I see. You feel me? Like
Okay,
it's
that's
not.
what I'm saying. Still, you might try to rephrase it, and I'm trying to see what I see. No, that's you're still gonna use a corny ass pickup line, and you're just gonna be translated into your own flow, and that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I mean, if we're gonna consider it like
Flirting,
that, then
that's what
yeah,
I'm
I
saying.
use
Flirting
something. Yeah,
is something you're born with, because you can grab a pickup line and you can make it your own. And even though the originator is a corny ass pickup line, you made it yours and you made it flow. So they got impressed with it. Rather than somebody else that actually try to use the pickup line and it sound like they're gonna be like, oh, that's cringy. You know what I'm saying?
my game is strong, girls. You might be like, oh, he's not my type, blah blah. He's alright. I'm telling you right now, You ain't met me if I'm trying to hit on you. I am so smooth. But here's a question though: do you feel? I feel and this could be me. I feel like most people agree with this. I could be wrong, but I feel like minorities, specifically Black people and Latino people, have smoother game than white people. Not all white people,
It's
but we have a lot smoother game to a point. Especially Latinos. You hear the accent, you hear the Spanish. Tell me, okay, I've been semi cheesy, but not in English. I could use a little bit of Spanish. I've been a little cheesy. Like, I can say something in Spanish to a female,
I don't
and it's
know.
like
It's
rap, bro.
you know something. I don't know. I partially agree with what you said.
My game was impeccable.
I can partially agree with that because
You know
listen,
my
I
game
mean,
was impeccable. You've
with
seen
me, I
what
don't
I've
know.
done in the
With
past,
me,
bro.
my flow is a lot different when I speak in Spanish than when I
Yeah.
speak in English.
Remember
You know
back
what I'm
in
saying?
Job Corps? Remember back in Job, bro? My flow was on
But
point,
that's the
bro.
thing about it. Some people got more flow and their I don't know. I think it's just I don't know. Like I think language has to be a factor to that because I grew up speaking Spanish. That was my first language. You know what I'm saying? And then also in Panama, we have like many other countries, we have our own type of lingo. You know, there was a certain flow to what we used to say and how we used to like carry ourselves or whatever not to try to like get that girl to look your way and like be impressed by the things you say and how you act and whatever not. That honestly, if I try to bring that flow into a Anglo type of perspective, it won't work the same because people here is not used to that kind of flow. Now they're more open to like being like multi ethnic, if anything. Like you see um, Black American girls getting together with Latinos or white people or Korean or whatever. Like that it's not a cultural boundary anymore per se. But back when I was younger, I think it was more like I think it was harder for me to talk to somebody that only spoke English at the time that somebody that spoke Spanish. I think my flow would be a lot stronger with somebody that spoke my language.
Yeah.
I mean, you grew up here, so what you think?
No, it's
You
true.
think your English flow is a lot stronger than your Spanish flow?
Both. Both.
Stop it.
Bro, dead ass, bro. You knew, bro. Remember, bro? Come on now.
But
And
that's what I'm
bro,
saying, bro. Like you dated a bunch of girls that only spoke English.
you don't know the Spanish, bro. First of all, because Spanish, when they heard me speaking Spanish, can't deny it.
That's
Girls love
no, that
Spanish.
I think that's a different thing because Spanish
Girls
is
from
always.
other Spanish-speaking countries love Puerto Rican Spanish. Like they just love it, bro.
But I think that when it comes down to like, especially American, like they always saw that as something.
Like a
How you
fetish.
call that? Like, like an aphrodisiac. You know this kind
Yeah,
of
like
thing.
it was a
Like oh,
fetish.
he speaks
It was a
Spanish.
fetish. Yeah.
Ooh, kind of thing. But it's not. It's like how like you flirted with full Spanish, mommies kind of thing. You know what I'm saying, and just be like flow natural.
You ever
That.
heard? You ever heard? "Pero por qué en español así?" Así, mira. If it was a Spanish girl from who wasn't Puerto Rican, I'm telling you, you could say certain like pickup lines. Like, let me see. There was one that was, what was it? That was, mami, si cocina como tal como te mueve, me comeré el menú completo. Bro,
See,
come on now. That's
cheesy
just
pickup line.
it's cheesy,
Cheesy
but
pickup
in
line.
English, that's like it's like, baby, if you cook the way you move, I'll eat the entire menu, kind of thing. It sounds better in Spanish, but it's like,
Exactly. That's what
yeah,
I'm
it
trying
sounds
to
way
say. Like their
English
flow
certain
is
stuff.
different.
It doesn't work, but in Spanish, bro. If I said that to like a girl who wasn't from Puerto Rico, it's like
Like if you
rap.
see a girl that had like that Celia Cruz song, like La Morena tiene tumbao. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like she got that flow. And then you just gotta be like, mami, mira, toda esa curva, yo sin freno aquí, bro, me tiene botado. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know what I'm saying? That
está como Santa Bárbara, Santa por adelante y Bárbara por detrás.
all them corny, cheesy pickup lines, bro. But you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like the flow, even on the cheesy stuff, is just different. That's why I say like the dating thing, not the dating, but the flirting thing is it's a gift, bro. It's a gift you're born with. You cannot just be like, I just read pickup lines in the book and I know I got 30,000 girlfriends. No, you
No,
gotta
no,
have something.
you
You have to
gotta,
have something about yourself that
yeah,
actually is
delivering
attractive.
it makes a difference how you deliver it, because you can't be like, if it sounds like you just read it and it's kind of like, it's like
Exactly.
it's
Like if you
weird.
cannot follow through with the
Yeah,
pickup, because the whole thing with the flirting and the pickup lines kind of thing, how you work through it is that after you say it, you make it into a conversation. It's kind of like an icebreaker. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta deliver it to the point that it becomes an icebreaker and make her smile. Because the moment that you know that you made her smile, it's a wrap. She smiled at it. So now you got your foot on the door. So now you can start a conversation. You can start kind of like get to know that, hey, my name is so and so. Where you from? You know, like regular conversation, whatever. And I see how you guys vibing or whatever. Not see she got any red flags or he got any red flags, and then you're like, oh, it was nice meeting you, and then you never see each other again, type of thing. Or it's like, yo, can I pick you up Thursday? We can go out to eat or something, and just go from that point on.
yeah. No, there's, I don't know. It depends. Like Spanish from como de hablando con speaking with like a white girl, speaking Spanish. You speak your regular game. Your regular like, hey, what's up? Well, you talk to them however it is you're gonna talk to them, and then you say a little bit of Spanish in there. It was a wrap. I mean, you knew my experience in Job Corps. It was left and
But
right.
again, you
A
see,
lot of white girls. But
you had
here's
to
the thing. Here's the thing.
throw that ace under the sleeve type of thing.
Yeah,
Like I
but
had to
even
throw
then,
that
this is
Spanish
the thing
flow
though.
into it to
I don't know if you've ever
make
done it, but
to
speaking
make the
Spanish from a different, from to someone who's not from your culture, they love it, bro.
exactly tenía que
No
tirar
girl
el sazón,
doesn't know the Puerto Rican accent.
arroz
Yeah,
blanco para
así
hacerle flavor.
mismo.
You see what I'm saying? But this is
Yeah,
right.
yo,
Like
but
the
I
Spanish just
dated so many Mexican
added
chicks.
that flavor to the regular thing. But I'm saying full blown English without throwing like that whole like
I still do it, bro.
Spanish
I
flavor
didn't
in.
have to speak. I didn't have to speak any Spanish to get the people who I got a job for. It was just smooth game, bro. Like I said it. It happened. It was done. Y'all, because many a stories of different places, and that's stuff we'll talk about later. Yo. But you know what I'm saying though, like the game. Put it this way, my game is like the force. It's strong with this one. You feel me? Yo, I'm telling you.
That right
I'm
there, my
telling
boy.
you.
That is was cringy.
I was like, the Darth Vader of game. It just came naturally. It was there. It was strong. It was yeah. And that was puro English. That wasn't even Spanish when I had it. When I threw the Spanish in, that's when you get a $3,000 credit card gift of going anywhere and buy what you
I
want.
know that you just did not say that, bro.
Ya
You
tú
are
sabes.
serious?
Ya tú sabes.
Now you know everybody wants to know about that now, right?
That's just when you have game and you make someone really fall for you. I see. This is the way I see it. I don't like girls
I
buying me stuff.
think that's no. Wait. That's perfect. That's perfect. You you right there between flirting and having game. You did the transition from flirting into having game because you played that game. You see what I'm saying? You see what I say that is different
No, I
because
feel you, but you can't play something you mastered. You feel me? Like it's just,
my
it just
God,
happened.
listen, it's
It
like playing
happened.
Uno. It's like playing Uno or playing spades. You gotta have the skills.
Yeah.
And you were born with those skills. You know what I'm saying? Like either you know how to play it or you're just gonna mess up.
You know what's crazy? Like, and for all y'all listening, like this is not me being like, I'm legitimately not trying to be cocky. Like, it's just when you
Yes,
have certain stuff, you gotta understand. Like he's seen it. Like he knows. He's firsthand. And a lot of people will tell you. Like I've actually taught. He's lying. I've actually taught. Like our old dude. What's his name? Chris Crackerjack. That's what we call him, y'all. That's his nickname. But I taught him how to go from this annoying mother to a dude who had a lot more game than what he had when we first met him. Like he was like, there was no game. He was just like this little short pimply white boy who didn't know how to defend himself, didn't know how to game, didn't do this. And I'm like, bro, like you're gonna if you're gonna hang out with us, you got to be on our level. Like you can't really be beneath because it doesn't work. Like I make friends with anybody. I don't care if you're popular, not popular, white, black. You could be someone with a mental issue, someone who's how do you say it nowadays? I mean, not that I really care, but someone who has autism or anything like that. I don't care. If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. I defend those who can't defend themselves. I've always been like that. I don't care who it is. But if it's you're a regular dude, you're just chilling, you got no issues with you, you just don't got game because you just don't want to, or you didn't grow up like that. If you're gonna chill with me, don't he was one of those dudes that like when you hung out, he would unknowingly cock block.
Yeah,
So you'd
remember?
have to teach him, bro. This is how you got to be a wingman. This is how you got to
Exactly,
get
bro.
game. You feel me? You got
You
to
gotta learn
sometimes
how
teach
to be a
people.
wingman rather than a
Yeah.
cock
So I had
blocker.
to teach homie how to be a wingman. I had to teach homie how to like do certain things because especially being Latino, especially back in my 20s, like I still got game to this day. I'll tell y'all stories later, but the game that I got is impeccable. I might be a big dude. You might, oh, he's a big dude. Big dude don't mean nothing. When you grow up with family who teaches you game, it was. I gotta agree with you. You kind of are born into it, and you just gotta let it fly. Once I matured, bro. Once I got like hit puberty, it was a wrap, bro. It was a wrap. It was born into me. It was like the minute I hit puberty, it said, "Oh," it just boom. My game just like
See,
it.
like for me though, my my born skill, if you want to call it that, or my born gift, was the fact that I have a baby face and the eyes. Like that was
Yeah,
always like
I remember the girls
the
used to love the eyes. I remember. I
yeah,
remember
like
that.
the main thing that they will see the eyes or whatever, like especially like on a sunny bright day or whatever now they
Yeah,
will look oh my god, look at your eyes. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even have to say a word. And then I just go and do my thing.
yeah. It was being Spanish. Ah, it's so beautiful.
That's it. That's it. You gotta say nothing else. That's
Yeah,
it.
it's just,
That
being.
encapsulated everything.
Yeah, I love being a minority, bro. Like especially like
It's just like, especially when you like when you're a mix, like
you know
have
what I'm
that
saying.
nice
Like
skin. No, like with my siblings, bro, females love their skin. Yo, they're darker than me, but they be loving they be loving the dark chocolate. They be loving the dark chocolate. I'm more like, caramel color. Yo, they be loving and that's basically how that's their born gift. You know what I'm saying? Like you have that one thing that if you don't exploit, you're just wasting your flirt game. You're saying you're flirting your
yeah.
everybody has that one thing. You mean you born with it, you born with it. If you're not born with it, you're not born with it. Is
You
is
ever heard
just what it is.
you ever heard the one in Cuba? It's a Cuban one. It's I've used it once or twice, and I got something good from it. It was what was it? See, what did I say? Cocina? I can't remember. It was man. It was a dope one. It was Si cocina como camina. Si cocina como, what was it? Si cocina como. Yeah, that's a good one. I've gotten something from that one for a Spanish chick though. But it's weird. Like I don't know. Like speaking Spanish to I think, and I don't know. This could be me, but I feel like Caribbean, siendo caribeño, es algo diferente de ser de Sudamérica o de diferente país. Like I think Spanish, being from Caribbean Spanish, has a whole other, I guess, thing. I guess you can call it like a whole another level of game to it because it's people consider Caribbean kind of like it's sunny, happy, blah blah. It's paradise. So I feel like being Caribbean Spanish adds a little bit extra of that like flavor to it. You feel me? So it's like we got like the ocean and everything. It's like the smooth ocean and sun. Just
But I kind of gotta agree with you there because I got Caribbean in it. I'm not gonna throw Caribbeans down.
you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
it makes a
Yeah,
difference.
I gotta agree on that one. You can't be like, yeah, I ain't gonna throw. But yeah, yeah, it has because that Caribbean vibe is a lot
Yeah.
different. It's just like I said, it's a whole vibe, bro. It's the vibe, how you
Right.
present yourself, your whole demeanor as a person. is what dictate your flirt game. But now,
Yeah.
speaking about this whole dating and flirting situation, what you think about the evolution of dating, bro? Anywhere like now, like before, it used to be like courting the girl, and you basically had to be like back in the day, like Little Mermaid type of stuff, like kiss the girl, sha la 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 la, kind of thing. So now it's just basically they just say what they want, and like, yo, ma, you got a big ass, and I want to smash that. And then sometimes, like, it's crazy because now some females actually like that kind of stuff, bro. Like, they think that just courting them now is kind of like, is like old fashioned or corny
It's
or
it's
something like that. I
because
don't know.
it's because there's been a hypersexualization of everything when it comes to dating. Now people are in such a rush. This is the thing. There's people
Everything
who are,
now is like, gonna hit you on the DM.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me slide into that DM, mommy. Like, I mean, you're not even, I mean, if you're talking, if you're at a club, you can ask somebody that, but I mean, it's one of those things where, I mean, dating now versus then, obviously things were more courting back then. Like in Indian families, they're very big on, you know, having the parents set it up. You know, in certain cultures, you know, you got to set it up. You didn't have a choice. If you're just talking about in general, from like back in the 1940s, 50s versus now and stuff like that, it was very proper compared to now, where like if you
I
want
mean,
to,
even in the late '80s, it was different. Like you used to sit
yeah,
down, like let me talk to Shorty real
80s
quick,
was
and
still
then
more
you
game than now.
and even then, like you used to court. It was a whole different flow, but it's still you used to go for the girl. Used to talk to Shorty and da 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 this that and the third. Now
I
it's
feel
just
people
basic.
people
You
dated more then than they do
Yeah,
now. More
and
people
that's
now
what I'm
do
talking
more
about, like the
connect.
evolution. And I don't
Yeah,
know if it's an evolution or if it's just a regression, but it's just kind
same
of
thing.
like, yeah, like now is everybody just go for that primal stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, you looking good. I wanna, I wanna smash that.
yeah.
You see it in a lot of videos. Like, there's some girls that they get mad about it, whatever. Like, who you talking about my ass? I'm like, yeah, but you at the same time you hypersexualizing yourself. Wearing like, given you can wear whatever the hell you want. You your own person.
You can't get
You
you
have to
can't get
understand
mad if you're
exactly,
wearing
and
half
that's what I
naked.
was
You
going
can't
to.
get mad about it. You feel me?
Exactly, that's what I'm going to. If you know that what you're wearing is gonna call the attention of good, I'm not even gonna say good, but of the people that really don't want anything to do with you other than just hit that body, you know what you're doing. So the fact of the matter, like, oh yeah, what I want to feel sexy. Okay, you want to feel sexy. Do you have to be revealing? Like you see, like
Yeah,
people like them gym pants. Like they make those gym, and I know Don Don loved them. You talk about leggings and all this other stuff.
bro.
He's in love
I'm
with
not
that.
gonna lie. I don't care who you
I mean,
are.
and
Any man,
they look
the gym
amazing.
pants with the scrunchie in the
They
ass,
look amazing, but what I'm getting at is
bro.
now this: you are worrying about the girl as a person, or you're worrying about that body being like bam. And that's what I'm getting at. Like you. Then that's why I say it might be.
Like when you go to a gym and she has like the nice like nowadays they have like the one that like it's
You
higher
remember
up
when they
front,
used to go
lower
to
in the
the
back.
gym and they used to have like those baggy,
Yeah,
like gym class, whatever. You was not looking at nothing. Do you say? And if you were gonna go hit on Shorty,
but
even
you
if
weren't caring about the girl either.
what you
If you
mean?
saw a nice ass, I'm sorry. If you see a girl and like some girls can pull off the baggy shirts and pants and they still look good. Not many girls can do that. If you could do that, more blessings to you because that's crazy to pull that off. But I'm not gonna deny. I'm not hating at all. You know the yoga pants that you're talking about, the one that have like little scrunchy. It purposely has a
Yeah,
scrunchy like in the ass. They make the pants like that, bro. I'm gonna tell you
yeah.
right now. I've seen females in my gym like that, bro. And I'm like purposely trying to make sure I don't break my neck because, bro, some
But that's what
female
I'm
that
saying
shit just
though.
look
It
it
just
look
it just
nice.
become like a primal thing. Like say like, do I show more ass? Do I show more titties? But then when they try to approach you, there's always a problem. So it becomes like, oh, he's trying to be a perv, or he just trying to be a predator, or whatever the hell they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the narrative is. But then like, that what you're wearing is provoking, but yeah, it's comfortable. I understand that by
Well,
all
well,
means.
hold on, hold on. I do. I'm half and half on that. I understand what you're saying, but it is up to parents to make sure that they teach their sons. Just because she's wearing something that might make her ass look big doesn't mean you can just automatically treat her, like something
No,
different.
no,
Because
no, no, no.
the
Yes,
female has that.
I 100,
Some
I
females,
100% agree because yes, I mean but what I'm saying is that it's touching on that primal subject. Like I
yeah,
like that
yeah,
body. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
even if you just try to come out, like the right way, your attention grabbing is the body. You see what I'm saying? You going like, damn, she got a big ass, or yeah, this that. It's not like, oh, she got a pretty face or something like, because you remember before it was like, oh, she got a pretty face kind of thing, rather than like, yo, she got a big ass. If she had a big ass, she had a big ass. That's besides the point.
yeah.
But if you focus more on other things that she showed as a person rather than, oh, she got this. It's just like Instagram and all these thirst traps or whatever. Now, like they be doing stuff, shaking their ass and doing all this other stuff just to
Yeah.
get the Sims on the DM talking about, ma, you looking fire. I would do this, that, and the third to your body and that. Excuse me.
I think when it
It,
comes to gym clothes, I understand if you want to go to the gym, look sexy,
it's
and be
not
able to
just
work
gym.
out nice.
Yeah, I'm talking about in general, bro. Like
Well, in
even
general,
to
but I feel like
go to
if
the
you're gonna dress
club,
like but
like
if you're
they're
gonna
doing
dress
too
like that
much.
though, you gotta understand you can't. Yes, men need to control themselves, but men are like you said before. Men are primal, so
Yeah,
you
we're
can't
visual
expect a
creatures.
man to see what you're wearing if you're dressing extra sexy that really shows that ass off or that body off, and get mad if a guy looks your way and he's looking at you up and down. Yes, a guy now if, as long as he's just looking and not being disrespectful, I think that's where females nowadays are crossing the line too much, especially in the gym. A lot of females are, oh, this creep is looking at me while I'm working out. Okay, first of all, if there's a female in front of me and I'm working out, I'm not gonna go like this while I'm working out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my workout. If you happen to be in my way, obviously I'm gonna see you. If I'm not being disrespectful and staring at you, mean
I
mugging, acting
mean,
weird, it's
that at
different.
that point, why the hell she got in front of you?
But that's the thing. That's where women need to understand. Men are naturally primal. We see something that fine, we're gonna naturally look. Now, if we're staring you down the entire time and it's clear and obvious, that's different. Understandable. Women do get harassed in gyms. It's understandable. In different places, it's understandable. You shouldn't have to taper down if you want to dress a certain way. But when you do go above and beyond dressing a little bit too much, like some of these girls who wear like the gym bras that are like showing almost everything, and then push up gym bras, and then your ass almost basically out, almost as if you have nothing, like those short shorts that like, I'm not
Exactly,
gonna lie,
like halfway
I
to your
love
butt
it. I
cheeks
love
type of
it.
thing.
The short versions of the scrunchy ones that are just the booty shorts, basically. I love that shit,
Yeah,
but
and it's just
you
crazy
can't
because it's
expect a
like
guy not to
they
look.
have shorts that they not even cover your whole butt cheek, bro. Like half of your butt cheek is sticking out. But then you, as a woman, you telling me that you respect yourself that little to the point that you know how that looks and you know what it's gonna cost. Yet you think like, oh my god, this look cute, and then you're gonna go out outside and you expect every single man that looks your way to be like, no, let's be 100% honest. You were trying to find somebody to catch that attention. That's why you wear it. And that's why,
Well,
and this is what I get at. Women that have that are in relationships and they try to go out like that. Why there's always a problem with your man telling you where are you going with that kind of clothes? He knows as a man, he's letting you know what you're wearing is gonna call the wrong type of attention.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, here's the thing. It's also one of those things that females, I don't think they really think, and I know they don't. What females don't also understand is that if you're wearing something like that, oh, what am my train of thought?
There's a way to dress sexy, if you want to call it that. There's a way to dress sexy, but at the same time, with a level of modesty. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like you're not trying to be, uh, you don't try to be a freaking like a stumble stone for somebody that you don't know. He might be struggling with some shit inside his head. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. And then you coming outside again with your all given right, but the fact that you chose to dress like that, you don't know who you're gonna meet on the streets. You know, the street is full of all kind of people. But you in public, on a general public, and you expect everybody to behave what? like a gentleman.
Remembered, going off what you just said there. So this is what I've noticed when I see a lot of these videos. So for example, there's that one guy, Joey Swole. Love him to death. He's awesome. He's this big buff dude who works out and stuff, and his videos about working out and about the gym life. He actually made it so I feel even more comfortable going to the gym. I'm a big dude. I'm not gonna deny it. I got a little bit of stomach. I'm trying to get back in shape, y'all. I know it. But he makes people skinny, small, doesn't matter. If you're afraid, he's like, no, go to the gym, work out, forget people, and he calls people out. A lot of the videos he has, unfortunately, is females going to the gym and doing something that's either inappropriate or calling out a guy for doing something. And when you look at the video, like, this guy didn't do anything. And then she's trying to get this guy. And this is the thing females don't realize. You can say, oh, this guy's been a gym creep. He's looking at me, blah, blah, blah. Now, once again, women, we understand there are guys that are act creepy or act stupid, and there are guys who will harass a woman at the gym when she's not trying to do anything. She's literally minding her business. We do know that happens. I've seen it happen before. So we understand that. But there are a lot of women nowadays, it's become like a normal thing to call out guys, oh, because for that clout and for TikTok, oh, look at this guy, he's staring at me. And you look at the guy and nothing, he doesn't care about the female. Doesn't even care about the female and not even looking, and then that can literally ruin a guy's life. That's what females understand. You say, oh, he's being a pervert, blah, blah, and she puts him on social media, that can literally ruin his life. If the wrong person sees it, his job, they say, oh, he's a creep, he's acting creepy, blah, blah, that can ruin a guy's life. So Joey...
Yeah, because everybody now want to be judging before they
want to
see the
judge, oh,
fact.
what if he's doing that to more? He might be worse. So Joey calls him out, like, no, look, you can clearly see in this video, he's not doing that. Do better, blah, blah. And then some of the people, he'll call that gym if he finds out what gym it is and get them banned, because guess what? What those girls are doing is wrong. Now, here's the thing I was going to mention about the clothing thing. It's funny how whenever you see these videos, and sorry, women, but you know it's true. If you're at the gym, you're dressed sexy as hell, or even if you're not dressed sexy as hell, and a guy's staring at you, and you don't like that guy, you think the guy's ugly or he's just not your type, you're gonna get pissed that he's staring at you. But if it's this dude who you think is sexy as hell, you don't give a damn.
Yep.
So that's the problem,
bro.
Women pick and choose who's allowed to look at them in a gym. Or even on the street in the gym, doesn't matter where.
And that's
we're at
like
a club,
they
and I'm
they're
looking
trying
at
to be
you,
mind readers,
oh,
bro.
he's a
Yeah.
pervert. He's looking at me. Club, you could be at Walmart. Oh, he's a pervert. He's looking at me. I feel creeped out. I think he's following me. You're going to ruin his life because you think, because he doesn't.
But if you think that the guy is fine or whatever, then
you're not going to care.
And if you think the guy is fine, is just like, oh yeah, like you like what you see type of thing. I'm like, come on now, be serious.
Exactly.
Be serious.
It's facts. I guarantee you, if we did a thing like that, we get a female unsuspectingly, and we do that whole video just like that, and we do one ugly guy, one guy. We don't tell her anything. We just do it. Every time there's an ugly guy, she's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, I think he's creepy, blah blah blah. This is how I felt." But you do a good looking guy, she's like, "Oh yeah, I think it was blah blah blah." It's gonna completely change, and it would suck if we say, "Okay, just so you know, this was a thing. Do you mind?" We put it online to show a thing. I guarantee you, they're gonna every time. If it's a good looking guy, it's gonna be okay.
For y'all thirsty ass women, stop the cat.
Bro, that's just, it's crazy. Yeah, the game now is just, it's a little nuts how
it's not even game at that point. It's just plain. I don't know, like it just become attention seeking, and it's very toxic. I would use that word for that. It's a toxic behavior that, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, if the right guy is looking at you, then you make a flirty video about it, like, this is how I got my man type of thing. But if it's just a guy that you don't like for X, Y, or Z reason, then it's like, oh, look at this creep, he just stayed looking at me. I'm like, yo, he's not even looking at you. Like, I know the video you was talking about, the guy was on the phone and he's like, oh, and that's how he was, you know, like, and he just taking a picture of me. I'm like, first of all, you were not even that cute to begin with. You know what I'm saying? No, you was not that cute. And then you go ahead and the guy's taking a screenshot to show his girl whatever the heck he was showing. But then the fact of the matter is that you made it seem, and people, and this is what I get at. Everybody wants to sit down and then they side with the girl, and they don't look at the video or like everything else. They just like, or they just glance at it and they be like, oh yeah, look, he got the phone in his hand. But then, like you said, the guy went over there. He zoomed in on the video. I'm like, the guy never touched the screen. The guy touched the side buttons of the stuff. He took a screenshot. Yeah, It took a screenshot and then he went down, and then you just go and it's just crazy.
And they showed that he actually, the wife, he defended him, and she said at that time when the girl said, because the girl said, "Oh, at such and such a time, this is when it happened," and the wife, he's like, "You're wrong," and they even messaged. Actually, Joey Swole did a thing on it, and they found out that he was sending some type of screenshot, something to his little daughter, because his daughter was trying to ask a question, so he sent it. It was nothing to do with the girl, but she thought he was taking a picture of her.
Exactly,
And guess
but
what?
then
He
you
did
have
a screenshot
all
for his
these
daughter, and they
yeah, and then
showed the proof.
warriors, talking all this junk online, just siding with the girl just because she looks some type of way or because they just feel like, oh my god, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it just like, okay, you don't like the guy, you know what I'm saying? I mean, push come to shove, just go to the guy or whatever, and just tell like, yo, I don't appreciate the way that you're behaving. I mean, if you could just remove yourself or something like that, just be respectful about it. Don't go over there trying to start some drama or start with attitude. I mean, you can say something. If you guys are so empowered nowadays, just go say something.
I had a time. I was on the cruise ship back in the day, right? I was like 20 something. I was on the cruise ship and we were working in the galley, and I was helping out in the dish pit, in this huge dish pit kitchen. And so there's this one girl, I think her name was Rebecca, fine as can be, right? But I didn't really know her like that. I just knew of her.
Mm.
I already had, me on the cruise ship. I was crazy, so I already had girls I was talking to and stuff. So we were doing stuff, and we would always tell people like that we would fight with the servers and stuff to make sure that they put empty the plates, make sure they threw, because there's like a pit where they would just throw the food in there and then they put the dishes on the thing. So
Hmm.
then we would we'd always have to remind them. And she was working in the kitchen, in that kitchen, for that one time, and every guy was trying to get with her. I didn't care. I already had females, with me. But she was, people would never do it properly. And then she did it right. And I was like, oh shit. I was looking at her and I was like, a bunch of people were acting stupid. So I saw her like take the spoon and she emptied the plate. Like a lot of them would just dump it in, put it there, and that's it. And there would still be
Hmm.
food there. All they had to do is take a spoon real quick and done. She actually did that. And it shocked me. I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden she gave me this attitude. She's like, what are you looking at? I was like, first of all, slow your roll. Okay. You ain't even that fine for me to be looking at you like that. Okay. I'm like, you're beautiful and stuff, and I have no issue with you, but you need to slow your roll. I'm surprised that you actually put the plates there and you did that. You scraped it. We've been arguing with people to do it, blah, blah, blah. And then one of her homegirls was like, she's like, yeah, she's like, first of all, she's like, they call me Enrique or Angel at the time, but they were like, yo, Mike, first of all, he's one of the good ones. Second of all, he's always the one who keeps an eye to make sure that we actually do our job properly, so that because if they go faster, they get their job done even quicker, and we can all get off of work even earlier. And she's like, and I'm like, I'm just surprised that you did this, and this. That's why I was like, smiling, because I was like, that's dope. I can care less about you. I can get any girl here I want. It's not that hard. But you need to
Yeah.
slow your roll. Like, you acting just because you're beautiful, like I'm trying to get with you. I don't need to get you. If I wanted you, I would have been got you. And then she was like shocked, and her friend told her, she's like, no, it's he's always the one who checks to make sure people did it. He's like, I was like, yeah. And then she said, oh, my bad. It's just I thought you looked. I'm like, why would I need to look at you? I'm like, if I think you're beautiful, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna just stare at you. I'm like, it's not that
Exactly.
serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stare at you. I'm going to say, hey, I think you're beautiful. Now, and I even told her, I'm like, look, yes, I think you're beautiful. I think you're gorgeous. But I'm not trying to get with you. Just because I look at you doesn't mean I'm trying to think I'm looking at your body. I'm surprised that you put the damn food in the tray. No one else
For
is
real.
doing it.
Like
And
you
then
was
when I
you
said
was
that,
impressed about something else, and then she take it like,
yeah,
you're looking at my
and
ass.
bro, the other people next to her, they're like, oh, one of the guys, the guy and this other girl, they heard that and they're like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, see what they're doing? They weren't gonna do it. It's like, no, we were gonna. I'm like, no, you weren't, because you just put the plate there. The guy's like, my bad. Yeah, you called me. You called me. I'm like, you see? And what did you do? I'm like, you did it, right? She's like, yeah. I'm like, exactly. How am I not supposed to be impressed that you actually listened to instructions? I'm like, she's like, oh, okay. She understood. After that, bro, we became friends. We hung out all the time, and you know, my game picked up. You
I said, my game picked
know
up.
what I'm saying? But like, it was one of these like, don't assume the worst without knowing. And a lot of girls nowadays, they have that, like, they want to get that clout and make someone look bad. But that's the other thing too, is like, you can ruin someone's life for saying
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And all for what, to be viral for what, 5 days, a week, maybe a month.
And I'm the kind of dude, bro. I don't care who the fuck you are. I'm gonna call it out. I'm not gonna sit there like, oh, why are you staring at me? Bitch, I ain't looking at you. Get the fuck out of here. Just because you think you're a content creator, you think you're this fine, I can care less about it. You ain't nothing to me. You another hole in the wall to me. So get out of here with that bullshit. I'll call somebody out. I don't care about it, bro. I don't play with that stuff. That's why I tell people when like I said in other episodes, when I say I'm blunt, I don't care if you're a female or not. I will tell you to your face. Try to put me on blast for something I ain't doing. Bro, I'm gonna tear you up a new one. I'm gonna make sure that I cancel you. I'm not getting canceled. There's no canceling for me. Why? Because I'm a human. You don't like it, too bad. But you ain't gonna try to cancel me for something I didn't do.
Exactly. That's just wild, bro.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
It is wild. The lengths of how, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's is an evolution, but I think it's just being regressed to like to a toxic. Yeah, it's just mad toxic, and everything is just basically sexualized. You're saying like you got girls on different platforms of social media, and all they do is try to shake their titties and shake their ass, and then they get millions of views from all these regular schmegular thirsty ass dudes, and that's the ones that she look for because you know what I'm saying, like the guys are actually looking for content and value in you as a person. Not really, they might look at this stuff here and there, but they're not really like consuming that type of content because it's like I'm not looking for that type of stuff.
Do you think dating apps are a good thing or a bad thing? Or are they just like kind of like a complicated like
I'll say
relationship status on Facebook?
I say they're kind of complicated in a way. How to explain it? Do you remember Latin chat?
For y'all who don't know, bro, I'm not that old. I don't know what Latin chat is.
You don't know? Okay. For those who don't know, Latin chat was one of those earlier messages thing
What
where
is this Latin chat you speak of? I have no
a
clue.
lot of people, and I mean this is just it was called Latin chat, but it was people that spoke any kind of language. It was just so many different lobbies. Like
Where was it? Where was
if
it?
you like
Tell me where
cartoons,
it
if you
was. How
like
do you get onto Latin chat?
LatinChat.com. What you talking about, sir? You go into the interweb. You go into the interweb. Microsoft. What's it? What? Internet Explorer before the birth of Google.
Latin chat was fun.
And like you found people that
Legendary.
like they have chat lobbies for like if you like tacos or chat rooms for like if you like cartoons or whatever. It was so many, and and just people just like there was no faces, and the only time you literally will find somebody and then you will see them is when you have to hook up those old school eyeball looking cameras.
Now explain to people.
Those
Explain to
eyeball looking
people what a
cameras
chat room
and
is. Let people know what a chat room is.
I mean,
A lot of people don't know what a chat room is.
what you mean they don't know what a chat room is?
A chat room, for y'all who don't know, who are too young, a chat room was basically like a group chat. So if you have your
Yeah,
phone
it
and you
just
have,
yeah, it's exactly.
except it was with people
It
from
was
all over
ginormous.
the world.
It was
Yeah.
ginormous. It will be like 600 people in there and everybody talking together. And the funny part about it is that you will pick one person out of everybody that is chatting up, and you will pick on that person. You will go ahead and you write the name of the person, like they do now, like at or like at somebody else, whatever.
Yeah,
You just
literally.
basically just talk to somebody and you mention their name, and then they'll come in the conversation, and then from there you click on that name
And you can message them
and you
privately while
create
you're in it.
exactly you create a private message. I think they make things more complicated now because I think that was pretty simple back then.
They do it on Twitch. They do it on Twitch. If someone's on the chat and they're there, you can send them. It's called a whisper, and it'll message them only.
It's a
It's the
private
same
message.
concept, same exact
Yeah.
concept.
So you know what I'm saying? It's just and that's how you used to talk. And they be like, "Oh, let me give you my messenger," and then you'll talk on Messenger, and you turn on your freaking camera and what it was it?
Messenger was the app that we use, kind of like Facebook Messenger, where you message
It
people.
is Messenger was Facebook Messenger. They just bought it. That's it.
Yeah.
So then you hook up your camera and do the whole process of connecting the camera and testing the camera and make sure that everything was okay, and make sure that the little hole in the camera was actually able to hear you and all this other extra stuff, and make sure your speakers was
Sometimes
not
you take that, you put it very close, but can you hear me now? And you look all grainy.
right. So like, can you see me
Yo.
now? And all this other stuff, and you have to make sure that nobody else was using the internet because then it will get even laggier or whatever.
Mm.
But you know what I'm saying? And it, I mean, from back then to now, I mean, it's so easy to pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna call you on WhatsApp," or for those who have iPhones, be like, "Yo, let me FaceTime you or whatever." Now everybody asks for like, "Oh, what's your Instagram?" You're not even asking for the person's phone number. Let me have your Instagram.
Yeah,
Let me get in her
exactly.
DMs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, dating apps. I mean, it's complicated because especially now with the evolution of the deep fakes and that AI nonsense or whatever. Now, I mean, that's why now you guys got, well, not you guys, but now we have that show Catfish, where everybody try
I
to
was just
impersonate.
about, bro. You're
Yeah,
in my mind. I was gonna say it was a little harder then though because you could get catfish like crazy. For y'all don't know, for who
yeah.
don't know
Now you
what
can get
catfishing is,
catfish. Back then
it's
it was
basically
different, bro.
yeah, catfishing was if you talk to someone because you didn't see who the picture was, they would send you a fake picture of who they weren't, and then they would pretend they were somebody so that you would like them or not, and there you go. It was mostly if men did it too, but it was a very big female thing.
Yeah, it's just crazy. It was so harder for to do it back then just because the technology was not as advanced. So it was more secure, to be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nowadays is just like nowadays like people fall for the whole like, oh, my camera's not working. We're in the 2000s and you telling me your camera
Yeah.
don't work, that you have poor signal
You ever
and
been
connection?
catfish?
Get out of here.
You ever
If you
been
still
catfish?
fall for that nonsense, you're done. You live under a rock. You have to have one
Wait,
chromosome left or one neuron left in your brain that you really cannot put one and one together. I'm like, really, you can't see me? Like, come on, let me. Can you download WhatsApp? Can you, if you have freaking iPhone, turn on FaceTime? Well, my camera cracked. Stop it. Stop it.
have you been catfish though?
Never.
Never.
No, I'm too logical for that stuff.
I was almost catfished. It was this girl I was talking to. It was actually her, but she was never actually trying to meet up. She just wanted to have multiple dudes to talk to. I found out afterwards, like I'm good, but like
Well,
it
that's
was
not
actually
technically qualified under catfishing.
yeah. She sent pictures and stuff, but she ended up she ended up it was weird, but yeah, it's
I
relationships.
mean, which also happened in Latin chat because you start a freaking 30 freaking
Yeah,
private conversations, and then your computer will get bad slow, so you have to close some conversation. Hey, I gotta go. No, you don't have to go. You just gotta keep talking to the one that called your attention the most.
facts. Have you ever had an awkward moment on a date that you wish you could hit the undo button in real life?
Yes.
Tell me that
Do I
experience,
want to
brother.
talk about it? Not really.
Amen.
Do I want to talk about it? Not really, bruh. Uh, I met this girl on POF. I know a lot of people know what POF. Plenty of
Plenty of
fish.
fish. It's a dating site. Yep.
Um, and we never actually get to meet, bro. What I really got, well, that was one of them. And she was like, oh, I'm this type of girl. I'm kind of conservative. Da 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 da. You caught my attention. We start chatting. She gave me her phone number. We start talking. But yo, it was just so weird that like we met one time at a Dunkin' Donuts. From that point on, we don't talk no more. We never talk no
Really?
more. Yeah. So that's the light one. So it was kind of like an awkward conversation at that point because I saw that she had a lot of stuff that she said online wasn't really reflecting with her as a person. So
Like the way she looked or personality?
no, personality wise, because we were able to video chat, so I saw her face and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But when it came down to her personality, it was just mad awkward. I'm like, I don't think so. But the one that really, really
I
was
want something
weird.
awkward. I want something
Yeah,
awkward.
bro. It was this one. I dated this girl for I how long it was. I think it was maybe a month, maybe a few weeks. And I invited her over to my crib, and I made her dinner and whatever. Now kind of old school fashion, like come to my crib, we're gonna eat whatever this and the other third. So I cooked, we ate
Come
whatever.
here so I can clap them cheeks.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that she brought her son.
Ooh,
She brought her son to the date.
ooh.
So
That's too soon.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
too soon.
bro. Wait, just wait. My
Ooh.
guy, we're chilling, we're vibing, whatever. We're sitting in my room, we talking. The son is there, watching TV. Da 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 da. So
How old was the kid?
he was. maybe about like 10, 11, maybe 12 tops.
I'd have been like, here, little man, here's $40 over there.
No, so we just were chatting and we doing like we kind of like making
Weird.
out. We making out, whatever. He's watching TV. But what he got me is that she brought him on another date, and she came over to the crib,
So weird.
and we chilling. It was a birthday. It was a birthday. So we are doing this whole birthday thing with the piñata and everything, and everybody grabbing their candy, da da da, whatever, whatever. So, my guy, tell me why. At some point at that night, her son went over there talk about, I can't wait for you to be my dad, because I don't have a dad.
It's
My guy,
it's a sad thing. But
bro, I felt bad, but I felt so uncomfortable at that point.
yeah, what was
I
she?
had
What
to.
was what was she?
I stopped. I like the next day. I blocked her.
Was she black, white, Spanish? What was she?
She was black.
Why would you bring your?
I blocked her, bro. It's just like, wait a minute, we're not even full blown on a whole, like, not even. I didn't even think we were like a month tops, bro. And she was like, her son was like, oh, I can't wait for you to be my dad and you come and live with us and da 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 this and that. And I'm like,
Damn. Why didn't you? You didn't say, hey,
yo,
yo, I can't do this. This
bro,
seemed like
I feel bad though because of my own background. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up, didn't like I really didn't have a relationship with my dad, so I kind of felt identified. That's why I'm like I felt sad, but at the same time, it just kind of weird
you
because
didn't
it's
message her though. Be
like
like, yo, this is
I'm
a little
trying to
too
raise.
quick.
That's the thing about it. Like I'm trying to raise my own daughter. I'm a single dad at that point in time, whatever. Not me and my ex are not going out, whatever. And I'm trying to find my way as a dad or whatever now. But then you try to like this kid, you trying to be like, I want you to be my daddy.
Damn,
What?
that's crazy.
The next day, I blocked her. She tried to find ways to like contact me for a few days after that. But I'm like, I'm not going to answer any type of communication. I'm just not because, and she was a great girl, but it's just like that right there. That was a no show for me. That was a no.
Why didn't you have a conversation with her and tell her?
Because I think in a way she always wanted that as well. Because that's the thing about it. Like her and her son, they were close. They had that connection, that bond. But it was a little bit too like upfront, if anything.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it
It's
was
like you taking your son here, and given, I mean, we had a few days for ourselves, but the fact of the matter is, like, your son is getting too attached way too soon.
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, bro, awkward moment on a date. I had one time.
You have plenty. I know that for a fact. You just gotta pick the most awkward at this point.
One of them, I'll go with two. One of them was I was getting ready to go on a date. I met this girl. We met on maybe it might have been a party line. Party line. For y'all don't know what a party line is, basically they still have them, which is weird. But party line is basically they have a phone number like 1-800 blah blah blah, and then you call it, and it would be a chat room over the phone. So you'd be in the chat, you'd be on the phone, and there'd be like 40 people in this chat room, everyone talking over each other. But then there was some type of like people knew like okay, let's say like someone say, oh yo, how's everybody doing today? And everybody would be talking over each other, so it'd be hard. So like okay, one at a time, first person, and then just let one person listen. So someone would talk, and then like go continue, and then everybody would quiet, and then just go back. It was weird how it worked, but you would talk to like 40 people at
It's
once.
like Zoom before Zoom was Zoom.
Yeah, what I'm saying? It was weird, but it worked. I think I met her off a party line. I was in New York, Buffalo, New York. This is when I had this one girl I was talking to, and we were almost semi dating. But we met. I was going to go meet this girl. She sent me a picture of her and whatever. I was like, okay, she was super cute. I was like, okay, that's what's up. But then when we met up, everything she described herself as and what I saw in the picture, face was the same, but like she looked, she looked like she was, not like super thick, like she was skinny enough, like she was like medium thickness. Like she wasn't like a big girl. But then when we met up, I was like, oh, let's meet at the mall. We can go out, chill, blah, blah, blah. So I went to the mall. And I'm like, oh, where do you want to meet? I'll meet you at the blah, blah, blah. So I went to go meet her, and I'm walking there, and I'm like, oh, she's like, oh, I'm wearing this, and this. And I look, and I see a girl wearing it. Here's where it threw me off. We didn't even get to do the date. She, face-wise, exactly what I saw. Body-wise, 3 times what I saw.
Wait,
I'm like,
what was the
bro.
movie? Oh my God, what was the movie? Jack Black was on it. All About
Um,
Mary? No, All About Mary? Something like that? I don't know. I think that was the name of it.
yeah, it was, bro. I was like,
Where he was like hypnotized and he
yeah,
started
yeah, yeah,
walking away.
yeah, bro. I was like, oh. I'm like, why? I'm like, this is where it gets bad because it's like you could just tell me, hey, this is me. Show me a whole thing. Like, be honest about it. From like, I sent her. Like, I was in great shape back then too, but like, she was awesome personality. Everything was good, but I was a little cold. I was like, yeah, I was a little cold, but it was also she did lie. She wasn't 100% truthful about it, which I understand. Maybe she was kind
It's
of
like only my
ashamed.
face is skinny. Everything else is 3 times the size.
Yeah, and she was a little bit bigger than I wanted. Like she's just way bigger than I want. I was like, yeah, no.
Which is nothing wrong with that because honestly, everybody has preferences. So let's cut
Yeah,
that right
but
there.
she could be. She wasn't.
It's not body shaming. It's just the fact that
She
you
just
got
wasn't. Well, she
preferences.
wasn't honest with me. She wasn't honest with me about how she looked,
Yeah, exactly.
the chin and neck. She wasn't. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this, bro. So I ended up not going. I was like,
Like I
I
date you
made up,
from the chin up.
bro. I made some type of excuse. I was like, yo, I can't do this, blah blah blah. Something. I made up some type of excuse, and I ended up going to the I think I went to the buffet down the street or right in the mall, but like further down. So I went in there. I just ate by myself, which is the weirdest thing. Ever.
Oh man,
It was weird. So I just ate by myself. I was chilling. I was on the phone. I went back on the party line while I was in there, and I was talking to my homegirl who I met from the party line. I just told her, I'm like, "Yo, this girl was like blah blah blah." We were talking about it, and I'm just sitting at the buffet eating, talking. It was like during lunchtime, and I never met the girl. I was like, "Nope, I'm good. I'm good."
I mean,
That
you
was
met
one
her, but
awkward time.
you met her, but she didn't meet you.
Dead ass. That's literally what happened. An awkward during a date, like when I actually like met, an
Bro, that
awkward
would kill me,
time.
bro. It's like, where you at? I'm right here, standing by here, so and so. Behind what?
Bro, oh my god. Awkward time. Let's see. During a date. Is that your dog?
Yeah, the stroller, having pets.
A crazy time during a date. Let's see. Awkward time during a date. Oh, so I was chilling. There's this girl who she liked me. This is in Hawaii. We were going out somewhere, and I had good money. I had good money, and we were going out. We were all trying to get ready for the big party, as you guys will hear on one of the episodes, maybe 21 or 22. When we set these huge parties in the cruise ship, everybody would go out, and like when it was a big party, like New Year's Eve or something like that, we would go out shopping for clothes, to really doll it up. So we were going out.
Mm.
And I was at the time, when I was in the cruise ship, you do what you do. So I was talking to like 3, 4 girls. I was like in between. I was intermingling with.
Okay.
I went out to we were going out shopping and stuff, and one girl wanted to hang out. I'm like, we weren't dating, but we were, commingling. We wanted to go out. She's like, oh, I want to buy this, blah blah blah. And then she wanted. We went out on a date. We were going out like on a date / shopping trip with a bunch of people, and we were all just chilling. And me and her went separate ways. We went to go buy some stuff. I started buying my stuff, and she started getting her own things. And then she was hoping I would buy her like her outfit and stuff. I was like, oh, well, she's like, okay, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm down. I'm like, yeah, I got no issue, not because I knew I was gonna get it because it was me, so I was already getting played, so I was like, yeah, I'm down for it. So, but then halfway through, because we weren't dating, we were just copulating. She wanted,
Copulating,
yeah,
really?
she wanted, yeah,
It's a
she wanted me
copulating relationship.
what I'm saying? She wanted me to buy her stuff, and then one of the girls who I was talking to, who I actually liked, and she really liked me. She came, she said, "Oh, hey," she bumped into us. She said, "Oh, how you doing, Ma? I'm good, blah blah. What you doing, Ma? I'm just chilling." And then I'm like, she said, "Oh, can I ask you for some advice?" I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And she's like, "I want to check this outfit out." She's like, "Let me know what you think." And she tried a few outfits on, so I was like, "Yeah, I like that one, but I don't like this one." And then she put one. I'm like, "You know what? You would look really good in like this one." And she was modeling it for me at the store, and I was loving it. It was so. Anyways, it was a fine outfit. I was like, "Yo," she's like, "Really?" She's like, And like she had money, but she didn't have as much as I did. And she's like, "Oh man," she's like, "I would." She's like, "Well, how about this one?" She's like, "This is more within my." I'm like, "You know what? I'm like, I'll buy it for you." She's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, dead ass." I'm like, "I got you, mommy." And she's like, and she was a wine. She's
Look
like,
at you, big spender.
I got, woo, I have money, bro. But I was like, "No, I got you." And then it was weird because she's modeling, and then the other girl, mind you, we weren't dating. She walked in, she saw like she was going to try her own stuff out, and she saw that me and the girl talking, and she heard me say I was going to buy something for her, and she's like, "Oh, you can still buy this?" But then I saw her flirting with this other dude because, mind you, we weren't dating, and this guy's like, "Oh, I got it." So he has her clothes for her. He's home. I'm like, "No, you got to do buy it." She said, "But you said you would buy stuff for me just because he's buying stuff." I'm like, "Yeah. If he's buying stuff for you, why do I have to buy you more things?" I'm like, "No, it didn't work like that. I'm good." So she's like, "Well," she told the guy, she said, "No," and she's like, "You know what? I'm gonna have him buy it." She's like, I'm gonna go with him tonight, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, you good. In front of the guy, she turned down the dude to be with me, and I turned down her to be with the Hawaiian chick, Kirsten. And then me and her walked out, and I got her stuff. Me and her ended up, copulating that, quite a bit.
Really?
And then there was one
Shit.
time, and then crazy part, bro. Tell me why she was visiting her roommate, but she didn't know her roommate was roommates with the girl I was smashing. You feel me?
What?
So she walked in. Remember how the cruise ships were? The rooms, 4 beds, right? With
Yeah.
just curtains blocking everything. She walked in on me smashing the other chick. Just
What?
straight up piping, bro. Piping. Because God gave me a blessing of a package to be glorified. And she
This
walked in.
guy right here, bro.
Bro, she walked in on smashing. She got so mad, bro. She was pissed. But this is where the cruise ship comes in. She got mad that I was smashing. And in the end, it worked out because she got mad that it happened and she didn't have the date for that night because she wanted to be with me. And it was awkward because first I chose the other one over her because we weren't dating, so it's whatever. I chose the other one over her, but when she walked in on that, she got mad that I was doing that with that girl. She said, "Oh, I thought you wanted." I'm like, "We never said." She said, "Yeah, but I was supposed to get that." I was like, "No one said you can't get it. You're just not gonna play me like that. You can still get it." And the other girl
You
didn't
ain't
care.
can't get it.
And so they both got it. Yeah,
What?
they both got it. And yeah, so it was that was the awkward part is turning her down, but I still got it. It came in with the you made
Bro, yeah, see, dog.
Bro, I was like, I'm like, look, this is not, I started, she's like, "But Poppy," I was like, "I don't want Poppy, me. You didn't want Poppy. You wanted homie over here. You wanted him." She said, "No, but I want it." I was like, "Eh." And then she, obviously, because we're smashing with the other one, she's seeing what she's seeing. So, and the other girl was down. She's like, "Well, I'm down for it." I was like, "Oh, well, thank you."
I'm not gonna say no.
The fuck, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And then, it was a good night because, everyone's dreams
I
came
bet it
true.
was a good night, sir.
Everyone's dreams came true. So
Everybody
I
dreams.
feel it, and then she tried to sweet talk, and I said, "Oh shit, I'm going to the store to buy some stuff. You want to go with me?" I'm like, "I'll go with you, but I ain't buying you nothing." She said, "Well, maybe I can model." It was good. Though.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of life. Yeah, that's the beauty. So that was my awkward moment when I turned down one, and the other one turned me down, but then I turned her down. It worked out in the end. It worked out in the end.
Damn. Crazy.
Sometimes you got to turn people down so that you can pipe them the right way.
Bro, stop.
It's just
So
it's crazy,
wrong. You're so wrong.
bro. The stories I could tell you from the cruise ship, my dude. I got you.
Yo,
You would some of the stuff you'd be like, "Nah,
from
there's
what
no
you
way,
said on that episode,
bro."
nah.
I
I
got
know
people who
there's
are
more story.
witnesses to things I've done on the cruise. Not
Witness?
bad,
You got witness?
bro. The cruise ship was one of those places. It was hard to be private, my dude. It was, yeah. It was cruise ship was,
Like I said, I said it then. I said it now. I don't know if I would be able to work there, bro.
bro.
With that kind of like
Not with
public,
somebody,
it's like it's not fully public, but the fact of the matter is that it's public to pretty much your whole room. That's crazy.
but
That's
yeah,
beyond crazy.
it's public to the room, but everyone worked different shifts. Unless you guys all
Yeah,
tried
but
to work the
even though
same
they
shift,
work different shifts, we talking about human factor again. They hear and they see what they saw. So you want to tell me that everybody stay with them all quiet? No.
No, everybody. No, if you knew, like, if we were all in the room, me, you, and Gio, right, and y'all know I was trying to smash, y'all would just dip. Y'all ain't gonna stay there. You would just
Well,
go.
that's a
You would go
different
to like
story,
the girl.
bro.
Like,
We are bros. We're not gonna sit there and just watch all that shit happen. But I'm just saying, there are coworkers.
wait. That's not that's not true, because there's been stories of, not me, because I'm a slick mouth, but there's been stories, and I know, and I'm telling you, it wasn't me, because I worked it for my benefit, and I'll tell you this story next time. There is, I'll tell you this, I'll tell you next time. But there's been times where people, multiple people of the male species, have tried to copulate with one female, and if a female's in the room and she's down for it and everybody else is down for it, it's gonna happen. You feel me? So like, people got trained on. You feel me? But I was one of those.
Board?
Like, I was about. Okay, fuck. I was about to be in one with this one shorty. We were all drinking, blah blah blah. She was talking about it. She said, "Oh, this." And the one guy who was with us, he's like, "No, you guys shouldn't do it. You guys aren't really thinking." I'm like, "No,
No.
we." So my one dude, he was already smashing her from before. He was smashing all the time,
That
and I
is
was like,
crazy.
"Yo." It was. I was like, you know what? It's been like 3 weeks for me. I'm like, you know what? I'm down for it. But then I was like, I'm like, whoa. I'm like, yo, let me lay some pipe first, and then we can do that afterwards. He's like, no. You know what I'm saying? He's like, no, I want to. She's like, no, I want to at the same time. I was like, yeah, but I'm like, we
Yo,
can still do it, but let me lay the pipe
no.
first, and then we'll go from there. So I devised a little plan. She's like, fine, I'm down for it. I'm like, she's like, fine, let me
Did you
go
just
ahead and lay it.
devise a plan?
No, check this out. She agreed to it. She's like, yeah, I like that idea, but he wasn't feeling it because he wanted it right there and then. So I was like, you know what? So I'm like, this is what we do. I'm like, how about we go get music so it's not too crazy, so we can play music for in case. We went back to the room and he was like, what was the room? He's like, oh, we kept repeating the room number because we were all drinking. He said, what was the room number? I was like, oh, it was this one. I'm like, you know what? He ain't gonna let me get away with it. He's like, oh, come with me so that we can make sure we're good. I'm like, okay, cool. So we're going back. I'm going back with him because he didn't want me to go on my own to go lay pipe. So what happens? I reversed the room numbers and I switched them. I made sure as we were walking to the ship, we were drinking, and I would keep, I'm like, oh yeah, blah, blah. I'm like, remember, I'm like, don't forget. Like, let's say the room was like 2015. I'm like, don't forget. Or 2265, for to say that. I'm like, don't forget, it's 2256. He's like, yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm just making sure you remember. I don't want to forget this, bro. We got to make sure we do this. He's like, yeah, I know. So we're going back, we're chilling. It's a decently long walk, and then going to the cruise ship, takes us a little time. And of course, we're drinking. So every few minutes, every few like 10 minutes, I'm switching it up. And I had to remember myself. I was like, shit, I almost forgot the room number. By the time, so I kept switching it. By the time I have, I'm like, bro, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta change. I gotta do a quick shower. He said, what you mean? He's like, nah, I forgot. I'm like, bro, I'm not smelling like it was it was 90 degrees at nighttime. I'm like, I'm not trying to go there smelling nasty, bro. I'm trying to do it right. So I'm like, I'm gonna go shower. I'm like, bro, do not start without me. He's like, no. I'm like, bro, you get mad. I swear to you, if you do it, I'm gonna get mad. He's like, no, I got you. I'm like, what room? And he said a room that wasn't even it. And so then I was already showered and clean. So I went straight to her crib, bro. Straight to the joint. And I almost forgot what room it was. I was like, wait, I think it was this one. Knocked on the door. It was.
You almost
No,
got it
I
all
almost
over
forgot it.
again.
I almost forgot it myself, bro. I got it. I was able to get in, got in the room, and then she had one of the rare rooms that had only two beds in it because there's some rooms that had only two. So
Yeah.
and then you have a huge curtain that was like 9 feet tall to cover. So you had that, and her roommate wasn't there, and so yeah, me and her, we did what we did, and then he never showed up because he ended up drinking. He was continuing to drink a little bit, and then he also forgot the room number. So me and her just went nonstop, and then her roommate walked in, and her roommate was doing her own thing to the rhythm of the music. Bro, that's how close people was, bro. Shorty walked into
No,
the rhythm of the music, and you can hear the rhythm of the music going on, and within her soul. Feel me? So I was just like, bro, I had some,
bro.
some.
That shit almost
I
happened to
was bad
me.
when I was in my
I
twenties.
actually got an invitation when I was in the Job Corps in Kentucky for that. The days they were like, "Yo, you want to join?" Because they got this. She was one of them, then big booty shorties that everybody wanted to smash in Job Corps. I don't even knew her though, but everybody used to talk about her all the damn time. My guy, when I walk in that room, I walk right back out. It was like 12, 13 guys, no lie,
Yep.
like on that one girl, bro. And I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna be part of this nonsense. I'm
We
not
were at
because
Schreiber.
I mean it's bad enough when you become sloppy seconds, but I'm not gonna become sloppy 13. Hell no.
I don't know her last name, so I can say the first name. But there was that one girl at the Shriver one, Courtney, who she was one of them white girls that every dude loves because fat ass, big tits, slim waist, like looking fine, and even face was nice. Bro, I knew she had a train and a half. She was letting everybody smash, bro. I was like, bro, like that's some crazy stuff right there. Like she was letting, I was like, I was finna go, and then I was like, when I found out I was gonna be like the 12th or something, I was like, no, I'm good. I ain't trying to deal with that, bro. I'm straight with that.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to
Yeah.
run on that
At
thing.
the end of that train stop was everybody got expelled from the program because they got caught. Yeah,
Ooh,
the supervisors for the residential advisors, he did a surprise inspection.
can you
So
imagine?
thank God, I chose not to participate in that shit.
What do you tell your parents? Why'd you get
Hey,
kicked out?
yo, can you? I not even want to think about it. I not even want to think about it.
You know what's
What
horrible?
happened? Why they send you home? Cause was sloppy 13? No, hell no.
This is where I forgot what's the word for it. Where like the when you're telling somebody something and it's like not fair from one side, but it's like fair for one. Like for example, your mom would be horrified and disgusted with you. Your dad, on the other hand, my
My
man.
man, no, I don't think that even that, Joe. If my son would ever come out with something like that, I would smack him right across the head, bro. I'm like,
Oh, you'd be pissed
I'm
that he got
sorry.
kicked out.
If you not first, you not second. I don't know. The only
No, I
time,
agree with that. I agree with that.
the only time, and I know I'm wrong for this, but the only time that would be acceptable is you're the first one. If you ain't the first one, I don't want to hear none of that. None of that.
I'd be mad that he got kicked out. I'd be mad that he was 13th versus first or second. But I mean, if it was first or second, you'd be like, my man, like you got you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm mad you got caught. It's more that I'm mad that you got caught versus that you got
Yeah,
out.
bro.
That's that like that's not right. That's
Yeah,
that
that
like
is no, bro.
woo.
But guys, yo,
Oh,
this has been a wild episode here, bro. It's been a wild episode. We have to cut this shit short because we got stories, but we got to cut this one right here.
days. We out. Oh my God, y'all! Thank y'all for coming through, blessing us with your presence and your craziness. Let us know what y'all think about everything we said. Tell us some of your crazy stuff. Feel free and message us on any of the platforms. Obviously, feel free to message us on Instagram. Any crazy stories you have, anything like that. Um,
Don't we have
obviously, to
that?
a
Don't we
point.
have that stuff on Spotify that they can leave messages or something
Yeah,
like
you can send a message to us on Spotify. You'll see us, Latinos Unfiltered Podcast. Hit us up, message us, let us know what's up. Thank you for coming here. Subscribe to our channel. Make sure you hit that bell for the notifications so you can see whenever we're here. You could see an episode, listen, have fun, chill, talk, everything and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, hope y'all have a blessed day, a great day. Remember, don't be 13th. Be
that? Life is too short to be 13.
don't be. Don't here's the advice for this episode right before we end this, y'all. Don't dip your pen in much of ink belonging to others.
I know what kind of advice was that. That just messed up all the way through. Yeah, that's just crazy.
Don't dip your pen in other people's ink.
Oh man,
Y'all
that
have
is
a great
nuts,
day,
bro.
great morning,
Make
good
sure that you hit that
afternoon.
subscribe button, bro. Just follow us on all social media, bro. This is just one of them crazy episodes. This is your boy, Mr. M2J, and your boy Poetic, signing out of the Latinos Unfiltered podcast. So until the next time, people, nos vemos.
Hey, nos vemos.